everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and share my video. So I just launched a new membership for YouTube, for my YouTube channel. And here is a sneak peek of one of the videos that is just for my members. This is a Nightmare Before Christmas Boogeyman wreath. So if you join my $1.99 a month membership, you can have access to this video, and I'll have a new video come out every month. So today I'm going to show you how I make this black and white buffalo check wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use, and I am going to use an evergreen base, and I'm just going to see how that turns out. I've never actually done that before, but I think it looks good with these colors, so we're going to see what happens. I forgot to say, you'll also need a hot glue gun and some hot glue sticks. I'm going to start by trimming off this. So I bought a bunch of these at Old Time Pottery when they were marked down last Christmas. I had room, and they were literally like 30 cents each. So I got all the ones that they had. I'm not embarrassed to say it. I got all of them. So this wreath has double sides. So you can see here there's a ring and then there's another ring. So the highest ring I want for this wreath to be around the back. But you could also do it whatever way makes you happy. I am going to kind of try to flatten the back a little bit since that's the way I'm going to set it. I'm just kind of moving things out of the way just so it'll sit flat. So the first thing I want to do is fluff my wreath. And to do this, you literally have to touch every single branch. It's kind of like when you're fluffing your Christmas tree. But I do not want this wreath to be super fluffy. I kind of want it to go with the flow. So after I set everything up, that's when I'm going to go through and kind of lay everything down. And you'll see what I'm talking about once I'm done. So I'm just going to quickly go through and fluff my wreath. As you can see, this is not the best quality wreath, so you could definitely do this with a much better quality evergreen. So now what I'm going to do is lay these branches down because I want them going in a circle, which I honestly do with my regular wreaths as well. Like when I do them at Christmas, it's a little more natural because if it's a real wreath, this is the way it would be because of the way they attach the pieces of the evergreen to the wreath. Anyways, my main goal is to make sure you can't see any of the wire. So I'm going to find which side I think the sign would look good on, and that's probably my starting point since this is my biggest element. You could also go through and add mesh to this, and it would actually cover up the evergreen base. I believe Hardworking Mom has a video where she did that, and it turned out really pretty. Alright, so got this guy here, and now I want to put my big pumpkin somewhere. Then again, I'm not sure if I want to add an actual bow or if I just want ribbons coming out, maybe a few loops right here. And I've also got these velvet pumpkins that I found at Walmart, which I just loved. I loved like it's a different texture. Sometimes I'm real big on texture. I want different things. I definitely want to keep the leaves with this. And then I don't really know if I'm going to use the berries or not. I kind of hate the way these berries always flake and have pieces come off. I picked up this pack. It was only $1.15, and then this pack. I like the green in this, but now that I have the base, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to need it. My ribbons. So I think I'm going to start by adding my sign, and then we'll go from there. I like to add cardboard when I'm stapling onto Dollar Tree signs because they are so thin. But the trick is to get it the right thickness, which is hard to do. So I have 4 pieces of cardboard here, and I'm going to hold it up against the side and see how thick my staple is and go from there. So that might push through a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take the piece from here. So I basically have, it's 6 thick with the cardboard, and I am going to glue the cardboard to the wreath. Then I'm going to add my pipe cleaner. Take my staple gun. I usually add 2 staples, but I always check the first one. So that worked. There's like nothing there. Yay. Alright. A little crooked. Try to pull it loose. Alright. I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. I am going to try to figure out where I need it. Yeah, so it can be right here. So I have my pipe cleaners attached to my sign, and now I'm going to attach it to the wreath. So I'm basically just going to stick the pipe cleaners through the evergreen branches and attach it to the frame. Just twist it a few times. Do the same over here, or you just wrap it around depending on what kind of thing you're using. If you're using a grapevine base, you can feed it through or just wrap it around, whichever. I cut this and the leaves. These leaves had these things sticking on the end. I don't like these. They look really plastic, which they are plastic, but, and I don't think I'm going to use the berries. I'm going to keep them out just in case I change my mind, but I don't think I'm going to use the berries. So I'm going to add my big pumpkin first, and then I'm going to add things around it, mixing in my velvet pumpkins, and then I'm going to decide what I want to do with the ribbon, if I want to do an actual bow, or if I just want to do ribbon pieces coming out. I don't know yet. Now, normally I would suggest attaching this with a pipe cleaner, but I think I am just going to cover this in hot glue and stick it down. Now, here's a tip. If you are like one of those people that second guesses things and needs to move things after you've put them down, you can lay everything on your wreath and then go back through and glue it down. Alright, I'm going to hold this here for a minute and let it dry. Alright, so I kind of stuck stuff in here. The only thing that's glued down is this, and then this is attached. So I think what I've decided is to have ribbons come through here. So I'm kind of liking the idea of covering up the entire wreath base, so there will be nothing exposed. So what I would do is just move this over a little bit and then move that one, and then just glue things around it. So I am going to go ahead and pull everything off. So I think what I'm going to do is just put random loops and tails through here instead of having a singular area that has ribbon. So I don't have a ton of each kind of ribbon. So, see, like this one I'll only be able to do one because I don't have a lot. Which is one of the reasons I was just going to do a bow, because I can kind of get away with that with a bow. So this piece of ribbon is 23 inches. And I'm just going to dovetail the ends. I'm going to make the loop about as big as I want it. And then just kind of use this to attach it, or you can just use a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to go ahead and use what's here. And just twist, poof up my loop, and then spread out the tails. And then, of course, stuff will go around that. And then my orange one, I'm going to bring probably more places since I have more of it. So I'm going to do one loop that's the same as that one, and then I'll just do some tails. Alright. I think right here will be good. And I'm just laying it down and just using 2 of the branches and twisting it around a couple times pretty tightly. I don't want it to come undone. This ribbon really goes well with this sign. If I need to add more as I go, I can easily stick that in somewhere. Now I'm going to start gluing. So I'm going to start with the biggest elements to try to get them spread out, and then I'll fill in with all of my leaves. I am going to use these copper leaves. I don't have any copper in this wreath. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of like a gold in this, so that kind of matches. But I just feel like this color matches really well. So I definitely want to use those too. But I'm going to start with my velvet pumpkins. I think I want one here. And if you have one of those glue pots, this would be a great time to use it. So this is what I came up with. I added all of the leaves except for these, and I used most all of the ribbon, and I ended up adding some extra green leaves that I found in my stash. And I also glued several leaves behind the sign, so it gives the illusion that it goes all the way around. That's it. That's how I made my buffalo check fall wreath on a grapevine base. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or like my video, please like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to become a member of my YouTube channel. Thank you.